What you're looking at is a box that I've built with some scrap wood, and I'll show you why here in just a second. What I'm doing is I'm making a mold so I can cast epoxy fretboards, and this isn't my first rodeo because I've done this once already. At any rate, I am reusing some of this wood that I used the first time, and I strategically made it adjustable so that I could use different size necks. This is a base neck, and the depth here is just a little bit deeper than what I wanted to pour. It's going to use a lot more material, so what I do here is kind of shim everything up a bit with some wood here, and then I lay a piece of cardboard on the bottom. Now that I've got my size for my base neck here and I make sure everything fits, I kind of secure everything down. The very end piece I don't worry about because the pressure from the boards on either side will hold that together, and then I just come in here with some silicone caulk and seal everything up, because this epoxy silicone kit will leak out if you don't have everything perfectly sealed. So this is a very critical point that you need to make sure that you're doing properly, or you're going to have a massive mess. I know a guy. There's obviously a formula for volume, but the easiest thing, let's be real, is just type in your dimensions into Google and ask how big it is. And the biggest thing is there with me is I'm measuring things in inches and I'm kneading things in milliliters, because that's what size these cups come in. So instead of having to figure all that out and then convert it, I just Google it. At any rate, I take that number and I do cut it in half, because the base neck itself is going to take up some of that volume. Otherwise, if you fill it all the way to the top and put that in there, displacement will happen and you'll have a mess again. But this kit is pretty straightforward. It's just equal parts A and B. Mix it together for 3 or 4 minutes, and then you'll just pour it in. Spoiler alert, I did get a little greedy on this, and the mold wound up being just a little bit too thin, so you could go a little deeper than this, and obviously it depends on how deep your cavity is that you've built, but a good rule of thumb is going to be somewhere between half and 3/4 of that volume. Here's the part that's kind of tricky, is you've got to float the fretboard into this. Obviously, if it goes all the way to the bottom, you're not going to have a mold. So I take a clamp on the end of the headstock and basically just set it to where it will hold everything at a levitation. And then this stuff sets up really fast. I gave it overnight, but I checked it after like 45 minutes and it was set. But anyway, I came back the next morning and just started disassembling this box. Obviously just taking those screws back out, and then I run a knife very carefully along the edge between the wood and the silicone itself, and it pops out pretty easy. I should have used some paste wax on the wood and it would have stuck even less and made it even easier to take apart, but it's seriously not a big deal because silicone sticks to basically nothing other than other silicone. But at any rate, yeah, like I said, we're basically just taking this out of the box that we built, and now this box is reusable and I can cast a baritone neck or a extra long scale length base neck or a short scale base, anything really. I guess it's just a reusable box. But at any rate, I wish on the bottom, obviously I wish I would have poured more material in there and it would have been thicker, and then I wish I would have used something stiffer than cardboard for it to attach to, but it's in the past now, it's already done. It's very important that whatever you're molding is exactly what you want your cast to be. For instance, this neck I took down to 600 grit between the frets, and then I polished and leveled and crowned all of the frets as well, so they're all perfect. Like, it will pick up all of the detail. You can even see some of the fret markers in this. Like, it will literally pick up everything. And then just like the silicone kit is 2 parts, the epoxy resin that I have is also just equal parts A and B, and I do the same thing. I mix a little extra here because I'm using some more for another project, but it's pretty straightforward here. I just mix equal parts A, equal parts B, stir it up. A tip I will give you is if it's warmer, it will mix a little bit better and it will pour significantly better. So I do take a heat gun and then just heat everything up after I get everything started to stir, and then it flows just a little bit thicker than water. This stuff does find its own level, so it's very important that your table is level and your mold is level and all that stuff, or you've made your mold a little bit bigger and it won't matter that much. This cast did not come out exactly like I wanted because that mold is too shallow. So I googled if you could make a silicone mold of a silicone mold to see if they would just stick together, and it said that they would, and in my experience that was a lie. So now I have a 2-part silicone mold for next because I needed it to be deeper. I basically just went through the same steps that I did the first time and then refilled it with that silicone. So now that I have a perfect cast of a base fretboard, I'm going to use this as the template to make my neck template. Yes, a template of a template to make a template. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to see what happens next.